So, growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I always had this love for wildlife. And I went to teachers college in Scotland, had a great time, became a teacher, and then my passion and love of wildlife just kept drawing me closer and closer to it. I've experienced a few pretty awesome things in wildlife. Uh, some things I've been able to capture on camera, sometimes on video, sometimes I haven't been able to share those moments with people because I didn't have a camera with me. Um, and sometimes it's good to just keep those moments for yourself. But through this love of wildlife, I've been trying to share my love of photography and my experiences with other people. And I've been creating these videos and uh, sharing and selling pictures and tours. Um, and a few years ago, I actually decided to sort of give up on teaching and get more into photography. A lot of my friends thought it might have been weird, but you know what? Why not? I tried it. It seems to be going in the right direction. I'm not really sure, but I continue to see some pretty cool things and have some awesome experiences. Um, I was able to give some talks in the past couple years to a couple high schools and grade schools on various different topics, libraries, photography groups, a whole bunch of different awesome opportunities have come up to share my passion and spread my love of nature with people. Um, Actually, in March, I was traveling to Jamaica and got to speak to two different groups. One was a school group, and then a local uh, art studio. Both of those were pretty cool experiences getting to talk in my parents' home country. Um, and then recently, I just found out that I'm going to have a gallery showing in Algonquin Park, which I'm super excited for, and I hope that you stop by to see some of my stuff. So, we all know life changed in 2020, and it is what it is, and we all had to make some changes. And one of the changes I made was I actually made use of this space in my garage. When I moved to the area, I actually had this idea of building this loft. And then through talking to some people, I came up with this idea of having this place to display some of my wildlife finds and donations and maybe even make it a presentation space. And I took them up on it and I sort of ran with it. And on September 1st, I had a whole bunch of wood dropped off and I started working. And November 1st, I had sort of a wall structure set up and was ready to go. I was actually fortunate enough that I had a couple people reach out to me and they wanted to go on a wildlife tour. And I took them on my first tour from my presentation room. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the owl that they wanted to see, but that's the case with wildlife. You never know when and what you're going to see. I then kept working on my loft and I had another group reach out to me. And these three guys wanted to see what I had to show. And we went out on a tour and I think we ended up seeing four, maybe five owls. Um, and we learned a whole bunch. Um, I actually taught them a couple tricks and techniques on how to maybe increase their chances on how to spot and find their own owls. Because that's really what it's about. It's not that I'm trying to show you where animals are, I'm just trying to help you appreciate animals a little bit more. Um, and then the building process continued, and I slowly got there. I took some time. I had a lot of fun. Um, Actually, some people are saying I spent probably too much of my free time doing it. But let's be honest, it was 2020. What else was there to do? I'd either go build in my loft or go on for a walk to see some animals. I did a lot of that. Sometimes I'd get in a car and go for a drive. It was a pretty magical year for animal videos. I hope you've enjoyed the few that I've shown here. For those that are a little bit more active, we go on walking tours. Depending on the animal that we're looking for, it's helpful to go for a walking tour. For those that are maybe a little less mobile, or depending on the animal, we might go on a driving tour or a combination of the two. For those of you that can't make it to my presentation room, I actually have a mobile option where I can bring parts of it to you. Or we can even go with a virtual presentation. The choice is yours. But do you want to come and see my presentation room? Here, let's go. Well, no, like just after they came out.
Are those robins there?
I think so. I would assume so. So this is one of my favorite things in my loft. It's a dinosaur footprint from Alberta, 1971. I was given it because I'm pretty sure it was broken, but it's still a pretty cool gift. So this right here is another one of my favorite things in the loft. You can see in the picture that there is a small uniqueness to the antler, and you can actually see that I've managed to find this antler, and I have a pretty cool picture of both antlers in the air. So this one's pretty cool to me. I have other antlers that are unique and special for different reasons. So I know my loft isn't fully finished, but it's close enough. Just need to get a little bit more trim and touch up a couple things, but I'm just so excited to be able to share my love of wildlife and nature with people and have the space to maybe keep some of those odd things that I don't need everybody seeing in my house. Well, I hope one day you stop by in person and visit me. If you stop by, make sure that you sign my guest book. If you come on a travel adventure with me, make sure you sign my logbook. If you check out my gallery, sign my gallery book. I'd love a little bit of a comment or two from you. Hope you're doing well and look forward to a great 2021. Maybe you'll pick up a magazine and find a couple pictures of mine in it.